Hi, everybody. Okay, so webinar was good, I guess. It built in a lot of questions, so it was good for that. All right, but I'm gonna talk about everything. So here we go. Because as always, there are some things that I just didn't understand why they did it, but I'll get to that. Okay. All right. So what I'm talking about here is that Cain invited a lot of people to the you know chateau, and then didn't answer any questions, gave no reasons or intentions of what he's doing here and all this stuff, right? So we start at the we start at lunch or something, and he's having a conversation with Jack. And if you can tell, Jack doesn't want to have the conversation really, but he's willing to sit down and he wants answers more than anything. So I guess that's why he's willing to have the conversation, right? Okay. But he lets it be known pretty quickly that he did not like any of the behavior of Cain, because apparently he tried to order him lunch and he didn't want that. So Jack said, um, I know you see it as a nice thing, but I see it as you trying to take control and manipulate me like you manipulated everybody at the chateau. And you were involved, or you were connected to the death of two people. So yeah. Okay. So that's how we start. And then there's a scene with Courtney Hope, which she looks gorgeous as always. The outfit she had on today was banging. She has red hair, really red hair, and they put her in a really green long sleeve dress, I guess. And so she looked like Dorothy from The Wizard of Oz, because you have the red hair and then the emerald like dress. So there you go. Now the color green that was actually her dress may not be emerald, so do not hurt me if I get the color wrong. But it was great. Okay. So she's in the park and she's talking on the phone to somebody. And I guess they just hired her for Avid communication, right? So then she gets off the phone and she meets Billy. Billy happens to be there or whatever. So, they kiss. So it signifies they're still a couple. And I'm glad to know that, because for a while there, I wasn't sure if they were or not. Because, yes, they went on the trip together, but it's just, I don't know. Sometimes I wonder if they were really together or not, because, like, Sally seems to help Billy, but I don't know if Billy helps Sally. And that's not a dig on the character of Billy. It's really not. It's just, I always thought that relationships are supposed to be a mutual give and take, and it just doesn't seem that way in their relationship. So that's why I said that. Okay. Um, then we go to Nick and Victor, and Adam was there too. And so they're all plotting about what is the next move with Cain, right? So for some reason, because of the way Victor is wired, I believe, he's still stuck on Kyle Abbott and getting revenge on Kyle Abbott, because now we get a deeper picture as to why he wants to protect Claire so much, which I still don't believe in this whole ideology here, but I'm going to go into it a little bit. Oh, wait a second. Y'all know that someone Kyle, right? So if you hurt one of his family members, he'll forever want to get revenge on you, right? Okay. So now that Victor sees that Claire likes him. He wants to protect her at all costs. The problem I have with the whole scenario is they're both female and both related to Victor. Okay? However, somehow he prioritizes Claire's feelings over Summer's. Why? I don't know. Because he still let her, well, not let her because he was a grandfather, but he still was okay with her marrying him. And he did not protect Summer at all, as opposed to Claire. He doesn't even want Claire in the relationship. And it's semi-serious now where it's getting serious. They're going to move in together, whatever. But even before that, he did not want her in this relationship. So in my mind, he values Claire more than Summer. Now you can say that he thought Summer could take care of herself, but I don't know. I still don't like the dynamic. Okay. So there's that. And then Nick and Adam focus him back on Kane and the fact that Kane wants to take all the major companies of Genoa City and make a super conglomerate. Okay. So they're on the same team or whatever, right? They're all fighting for the same goal. Okay. So then Jack says something strange, although maybe on point, and I kind of talked about it before, but not in this way. Because I said, why is Kane there? And I don't mean any dig to anybody. I don't mean a dig to Billy Flynn. I don't mean a dig to anybody. Okay? Let's be clear. However, when you take the person out of it, let's talk about the character alone. Okay? He was married to Lily for a while. He apparently did something to Lily, which made them want to divorce each other. And so that soured him on some people. Then he did some other things to other people, which soured him on other people. He has made such bad decisions and such bad, like, not just decisions, but like made moves against people without even thinking about it, to where he's damaged every relationship he probably has. Okay, so Jack says, let's be honest, Kane. Why are you even here? Because nobody trusts you enough to do business with you at all. So you should leave town. Now, let's talk about this for a second. Usually, when they say leave town, it's because somebody is pregnant and they have to go on maternity leave or whatever, and they're coming back. Okay, I have never heard in a script somebody tell somebody leave town. You're not welcome here. Nobody wants you here. I've never heard that. Although Jack had every right to say it, I'm just saying I've never encountered that before. Okay. So then let's get to the last scene. Although I have to talk about Diane. Diane also had a moment. Diane is really smart. And I never thought she wasn't smart. I always thought she was smart, but used it in a cunning fashion to get one up on somebody else, whoever, Phyllis or whoever her target was at the time. But she's really smart because she helped Jack get into the mindset of Kane as to he is so focused on getting Lily back that if he can't get her to love him again, he's going to make everyone else hate him. And that is classic behavior of a person like that. And I'm glad they gave Diane or Susan Walters the lovely line of, what I just said. And she delivered it great and everything else. So kudos for giving Diane credit. Although I will say the only thing it's not that I don't like it. It's just I kind of dislike it a little bit. They're taking away the anger of everybody. Okay, what I'm talking about is the fact that, well, Audra started out as a sex pot thing, right? Now they're trying to take that away from her, although she's kind of dipped her foot back into that. So I don't know. They've totally changed Diane's character. From, I remember when she came back on, first of all, I didn't know who she was because I wasn't a watcher of the thing in the 80s or whatever when she was on there. Whenever she was on there, I don't mean any disrespect, Susan Walters. I don't. I just don't remember the first time you were ever on there. So I probably wasn't watching. That's why I didn't remember right away. But then when they said the name Diane Jenkins, and then I realized that she had bad blood with practically everybody on the canvas, I was like, oh, she's a bad girl or whatever. Or she was a bad girl, you know? And I'm like, oh, okay. And so I kind of pieced it together for myself. But then when they started to turn her, I was like, okay, they're turning her. Why are they turning her? Because they're making it to where they have no bad people at all. Okay, I talked about um, let's see, talked about Audra, talked about Diane. Now let's talk about Adam for a minute. Adam came on the scene, played by the wonderful Mark Grossman, and I still love him as a cunning person. Okay, he's done some bad stuff to some people, and they tried to turn him. You're gonna have no more bad people, okay? And let's just do a note here, just a little note here. Um, the way soap operas are done is you have to have bad guys and good guys. Now you can have somebody who kind of crosses the line a little bit, but you have to have bad guys and good guys. If you take away all the bad, you're not going to have anything left. There's going to be no need for the conflict. So, what are you doing? Okay, I'm done. Bye, everybody.